Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Celebrating Al Bowley. If there's anybody here who doesn't know me, my name is Pallett. I'm editor of Memory Lane magazine, and it's Memory Lane which is hosting this occasion to mark 70 years since Al Bowley died in 1941. It's hard to believe, isn't it? 70 years. When I first got interested in Al Bowley in the 1960s, it was less than a generation ago. There were people out there who actually remembered hearing him on the radio and could talk vividly about seeing him. But there's not many people around like that. What I want to say first of all is that we've got lots of interesting people here this afternoon. And you want to know who those interesting people are, don't you? Yes. They are each and every one of you, because you're all interested in good music, Al Bowley, the dance bands, and you've got the enthusiasm to come here this afternoon. So more than anything else, I want this to be a social event. So although we've got a few things going on up front here, at other times, move around, mingle, and make the most of the wonderful company that we've got here. There's one or two surprises along the way. First of all, I'd like to introduce you to one or two people. We've got some people here who work for and represent Memory Lane. We've got Phil Cruz. We've got Dave Cooper, who writes for the magazine. And not only that, does the remastering for the Memory Lane series of CDs. And he's been congratulated many times on the skills he uses for that. We've got Terry Brown. But Terry is our one of our main, or if not the main contributor to Memory Lane magazine, a marvellous researcher, and Terry has done a lot to help get this event off the ground. For example, he had the long, arduous, hard task of going around all the pubs in central London to find one suitable. Can you imagine? Talk about a pub crawl. And also, Terry has very kindly donated the prizes for the raffle this afternoon. And here behind me now, we've got this lovely picture of framed photograph of Al Bowley. The first prize is a copy of Al's book, Modern Style Singing Crooning. And that's the first prize. A very rare book, and one which any Al Bowley collector would really enjoy having. We've got the box complete. Lucky I've been doing a weight training, isn't it? We've had the box set, Al Bowley and Rain Oval, pristine condition, as another prize. And the fourth prize, a selection of CDs as well. So, but if you bought a raffle ticket, I do wish you the best of luck, and hope that you'll be successful in winning one of those prizes. Who else have we got here? We've got Richard Swingscoe. Where's Richard? He's waving to us there. He produced the DVD Al Bowley's London. And Richard will also produce the DVD you're going to see in a little while, which is a collection of Al Bowley's film clips. We've got Don Thompson, who, Don is over there by the servery. Don has written for Memory Lane and has produced the wonderful DVD Sam Brown Remembers. It's still available. Don's got copies of that. And if you want a copy, see Don during the course of the afternoon and he'll see you right. The Sam Brown Appreciation Society is represented. We've got Dorothy Gibson there representing Sam Brown. We've got Richard Johnson, who, a very knowledgeable researcher, has just recently brought out this wonderful American dance band discography, several volumes, meticulous research, 5 volumes, he put 5 fingers up, 5,000 pages. So he's done that. He also is writing, or has written, a lovely story of Elsie Carlyle, and that will appear in Memory Lane coming soon, and there'll also be a CD by Elsie to accompany that. We've got Mike Dutton of Vocalion Records. Yes, stand up please, be recognised. Mike has done a wonderful job in remastering so many of fabulous songs from the dance bands and other artists of that era, and I have to say myself, he's one of the best remasters in the world. So I think we owe a lot to Mike. Have we got Peter Wallace here? As Peter Wallace is over there, he will be known to a lot of us as the moderator of this wonderful Yahoo dance band internet group. Got hundreds of members all over the world. They log on their computer almost every day for enthusiastic chatting about the dance bands, and Peter's the man behind that. Finally, I'd like to thank a big thank you to my daughter Rosie and her husband Andrew. Rosie, together with Rena, Dave's wife, has been checking the tickets, making sure you're all here legitimately, selling raffles tickets for this great prize. And Andrew here is the sound man, so he's in charge of making sure the right music's on at the right time and the DVD is all going to be queued up as it should be. So they've done a marvellous job. The only disappointment was Gordon Housden, who is my right-hand man. He's hurt his back trying to lift the washing machine, so he can't make it. We've also got some people from the world of broadcasting who I'm sure you'll recognise, Mr. Roy Hudd, who's going to say a few words in a minute. We've got Ken Trott, who produced Pennies from Heaven and lots of other wonderful programmes. And we'll get Ken to talk to us a bit later on. And one of his productions was Moonlight on the Highway. And I still get people writing to me now saying they first heard Al Bowley when they heard him singing Moonlight on the Highway. 1969, I believe it was. And I was just getting interested then myself. And I remember I was with my parents. I said, "Oh, you'll like this. There's a programme on about Al Bowley this evening." And we watched it, and it was Moonlight on the Highway. We've also got Roy Oakeshott, who is BBC producer. And Roy has successfully got the dance bands back on Radio 2 with the recent More Bands That Matter, and before that the Bands That Matter as well. So we've got a lot more bands and Bands That Matter, and that was taken of course from the Decca 78 of the 1930s, with 4 of Decca's main recording bands on there. What other news have I got? Well, those of you that were on the walk with me will have learnt that English Heritage have awarded Al Bowley a blue plaque, and that will be going up outside Charing Cross Mansions, hopefully within the next year. And there'll be, hopefully we'll get a group of people to come along and see the unveiling. Details of that will be in Memory Lane, but if it comes out, if the event happens before Memory Lane is published, or you don't take Memory Lane, you want to come along, just give me or send me a stamped addressed envelope and I'll send you full particulars as soon as English Heritage let me know that the plaque's going to be unveiled. I think that's all from me. I'm sure that those on the walk have had enough of me anyway. So I want to introduce you to a person who really needs no introduction to me. You've met him a few times already this evening, Mr. Roy Hudd, a great fan of Al Bowley and somebody who did the honour of writing the foreword to my book, They Called Him Al. So if I could hand you over to Roy, and I've asked him to try and make you laugh.